Okay, I'm back. Yeah, what I was saying is I think a write-in campaign by my viewers could, in theory, get the kidney bean knife codified into existence. I said codified simply because I hadn't used any big obtuse language yet today. And to my knowledge, there's no such thing as actual codification of point types. Right here, there's like a lip. I'm going to try and cut off one side of it there and cut off the other side of it there. And I think I got enough to grab to come through it, undercut it right here. So now that's gone. Of course I did a little hinge there, but oh well. Wonder if I can pressure flake okay. I probably can. I got kind of a plano convex thing going and I need to get some control of this. I don't have a lot of room to lose, so what to do, what to do. Said I wasn't going to hit it, but trying to raise this up a little bit to get rid of it and bring it towards the center line, not have so much plano convexity. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, it's a time-honored tradition. Look at your edges a bunch. Every chance you get, kind of step back. Don't do it like I do. Don't be all in a rush. Kind of step back and look at things and take your time and square things away. I'm always, I know you probably don't think it because I take so long, but I'm always aware the meter's running kind of when I'm doing this stuff online, and so, or video, I just kind of I feel like my style is too haphazard. Sometimes I kind of don't like teaching or talking or advocating squirreliness. Platform failed. Hinge. Went beside it, undercut it, and grabbed higher and undercut hinge. There's a little bitty hinge there. This is too low, so I need to bring this up. And now I can shoot obliquely across. That kind of isolated it. Now I'm going to use the finer end to try and get less contact point to get it to run longer, and that cut it off. There are different ways to attack crap. Sometimes if I don't need a really long flake and my platform is already low, I'll go ahead and take a flake and blend into the rest. But one thing you got to remember, every flake you take of a small blending type, depending upon how you take it, if you're taking along ridges, you're getting rid of some of your ridges. Well, those are your tools to take flakes. So if you're smoothing out the face a bunch and you still need to do much on it, you might be painting yourself into a corner. Okay, now I am just coming sequentially along there and taking the flakes. But I can also, there's a little bitty hinge, I'm going to take a big thick flake through there. Came over there and cut that hinge off. I can take a flake there and I can skip over a little bit and take another one. And depending upon how I aim them, it sets up, it's like an isolating a platform, because you create a platform in between, and if you aim that one that way a little bit and you aim this one a little bit, it's not pinching it. And so now I've got a high spot, like a ridge through here, that I can then come back in. So you can go donk, 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 and then come back, boom, boom, boom. And you can actually, in doing that, be creating isolated platforms and ridges that make the come-between flakes much more powerful and do more good than they would have. Well, see, that flake fanned out pretty good and came over there and did a lot of thinning good. So that's the thing when you're talking to, like Shane, when you're talking about, is it better to go sequentially or is it better to skip and then come back? Well, it depends. What I would tell you is try both and decide for your purposes what is going to be your preferred flaking style, especially in the initial stages when you're not trying to finish it and get a look, but you're trying to shape it and get thinness or whatever, convexity, or just whatever your initial goals are, when the flake scar itself isn't the goal. This is definitely not under control. Oh well. I'm always trying to decide which end of my issue stick to use, because for the finer work, a lot of times I seem to get better results with the thin end, but it's also real easy to bend it, so I have to continually be careful the angles that I use it at and stuff to keep from bending it. And I can't push as hard with it. I haven't even been thinking about what I'm doing with this. Okay. So I spaced those two out, but you know, that's because I had opportunistic platforms, and I'm aware of what I'm doing when I do that. And then sometimes people are talking about straight and ridge as well. See that delta right there? I'm just going to take that off. I'll take outward, outward. So now it's just a straight ridge. It's not a delta anymore. And so now, and I've got another one here. That's actually pointing back the other way. So, but that's kind of going where I would like there to be thinness. So I'm actually going to hit that with a punch. I'm going to do something right for a change. Hang on. That's all boogered up kind of. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the edges of this side a little bit. That's kind of isolating this side, but I really want to take that other side first. You say, well, you're raising this side. Yeah, I know, but not enough, because once I take the other side, it'll come back down on this side. So now, I'm doing this at an angle here to get a bevel. I should have used a finer braider, because see, I took a tiny flake out of that with that coarser braider, and that weakens that platform. But it's kind of on the side of the platform, so I don't think it'll be that big a deal. There's a lot of stuff happens at a small scale, and you really, I mean, I can't cover that all real well on these videos, but you need to pay attention to the small stuff. Got my platform, it's high enough. I've got a bunch of thickness right in here. So we're going to try and take a decent flake. I don't know if you can tell, but it came all the way over to here, and it smoothed out, and you know there was some hinges right in here. It spread wide here, and it took a hinge out that was along there. So really, it was as good as and it lowered everything quite a bit. So really, I cleaned up. That one flake, you know, you set something up carefully because you can tell, hey, that flake is important. That one flake did a whole lot of good in the middle of this point. And I'm skipping that other thing that I was doing for a minute because I'm going to show you, it's either a little hinge there, and a little thickness right in through here, and I've got a little low spot right there. Man, I don't know if you can see any of this crap I'm talking about, but so that's all boogered up looking, so I'm going to isolate it. This is the Jerry does stuff right for 3 seconds kind of. Action. Ah, my son's here. So I isolated this. I'm going to take one flake right along there, and then I'm stopping. And now that's thinned out and that hinge is gone. Bye for now. Freeze cracked.